Perfectly timed. Hey, Chrome! Hey! You got here pretty quick. Oh, crap. I forgot to bring up more water. Somebody send me over water. And Wolverine and Licks. And Cody Han and Steve's back in. I see a few of our UK folks are already here. Oh, I bet you're having a nicer weather day than I am so fucking tired from removing snow all morning. FBI's in, and Official MX and Franklin and Boruto and Krusty Bomb and Colton, and Mackenzie and Jeff and Marcus and Dr. Rourke. I titled this way I did because I got thinking, with all the subscribers we have, I think a lot of people don't understand. Well, they wouldn't. I mean, how much fun we have in these streams. It's like the highlight of my day, and I mean, I'm grateful. I hear from you guys all the time. Same thing. So I got to start using the titles, I guess, and descriptions more effectively to let people know to come in and hang out. I maybe I should put a whole description of what goes on here so people know what to be aware of. Lude says, I feel threatened. Are you threatening me? Come on, you guys got to remember that, right? Are you threatening me? That was some of the greatest ever. Hi, Morgan. Diavolo is in. It's good old Diavolo. How you doing, Ian? It's raining like hell in Wales. You guys get a lot of rain there anyway, though, don't you, Scion? Or am I mistaken? It snowed like a bitch overnight. We didn't get it unusually because we're north of New York City. We didn't get it as bad as the city did this time. Typically, it's the other way around. But I probably had a good 8-9 inches this morning, and I'm talking snow because I ain't got a good 8-9 inches of anything else. Been watching since the first episode of DBZA way back. Wow. When I first started getting into anime. Well, I didn't even know I was going to be getting into anime. The UK people came early. That's right, Willie. That's what she said. No. So did you see the Myanmar thing? There's a woman dancing behind the army coming. Really? I didn't see that. I knew about the Myanmar thing. I didn't see that video, Chrome. Luke says we banned fun years ago. It is snowing in England at the moment, Cool Whip says. Jesus Christ, nobody can get away from this white shit. White flakes of shit from the sky. Oh, I went out and I blew my snow. Snow is my neighbor. I blew the snow off the sidewalk, and as long as I'm out there, because down our block, well, first of all, a lot of people work. We got another house that's abandoned, so I just do the whole length of our block with the snow blower, and then I have to snow blow out all the area around where we park our cars on the side of the house, and then of course we have a wheelchair ramp for my daughter, so I have to take care of the ramp. It makes me tired. Tom says, watch your Jim Fails reaction video. I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. Tom, those were good. I knew that. There's others on there I've seen as well. We can check them out. I don't know. Maybe when other people make compilations of them, they probably use a lot of the same clips, though, huh? Because I would watch more of those. That was funny. I was just shocked by the amount of gay porn that goes on. Again, in the light of day with everybody around in the gyms. I was not aware. I'm missing out on something. God's dandruff. Jack says. Seller Hisoka for what, Joel? I mean, are they running for public office or what are we talking about there? Lick says, we show up, politely announce ourselves, and leave while no one's looking. But at least you politely announce oneself. Oh, Extreme Gamer says, all I know is cold rain and freezing rain. Freezing rain's the worst. Because I told you guys, for years, I worked outside. I worked on a garbage truck. And, of course, in upstate New York, you get every type of weather condition there is. And the worst condition was clearly the freezing rain. As much as the intense heat would suck, on the super hot days, and as much as snow is a pain in the ass, there was nothing you can't get warm. I mean, it's a literal chilled to the bone thing, to your bone. Yeah, that freezing rain sucks ass. Morgan says my brain is mush from work. Must goosh. Gooshing will always take your mind off your trouble. It will always take your mind off your troubles, Morgan. Well, we all know that because gooshing prevents your mind from working during the act. So has no choice. The trash man. You know what it used to get me too? You know, you got the politically correct group. When I was working on the garbage truck, there were people who would be very sensitive. They didn't want to call you a garbage man. They would call you a sanitation employee or sanitation worker, sanitation engineer, some maintenance person. It's like, I'm a fucking garbage man. That doesn't offend me. That's what I do. I go out during the day and you put your garbage out and I pick it up and I throw it in this big truck. And I'm a man. So that makes me a garbage man. People are so fucking sensitive about everything. Who gives a shit? The dancing woman link? All right, hold on. Let me look at this real quick, you guys. Got to open that in a new winder. looks like she's instructing a fitness class or something. Oh yeah, it says, I didn't see that. Did a regular aerobics class out in the open. And she didn't realize that a coup was taking place in Myanmar. It's pretty hot. Wow, I would, to be honest with you, I would pause the coup if I was in charge. It's pretty fucking hot. Brain, everybody's saying, yeah, well, come on, I went out on a limb a little there. Extreme Gamer says, brain is also mush, must agree. College is BS. Oh, yeah. Smaz Kid's his semester is going as well as can be expected so far. But like Extreme Gamer says, I'm just so glad that Brax got to experience his first 2 years of college under normal conditions. So at least he had that experience because, you know, with COVID, everything sucks. But he's got a good set. He's got a good class schedule. He said the food has been really good this semester, so he's pleased about that. And he's got even though they're online classes, he's got a couple with good friends of his, so he's pretty up for it. And his birthday's in 11 days, and he'll be 21. And I promised him I would take. There's one of the local casinos here that you have to be 21 to go to, and it's my favorite of the local casinos. So I've been promising him on his 21st birthday I would take him down there. So it's gonna cost the old man some money when he loses. Doing good, Russell. Doing very good. Sanitization specialist. Well, then it's not called a drug addict, just a chemical enthusiast, right, Milog? That stuff used to. I was the opposite. Well, I shouldn't say it drove me nuts. I really don't care. But I always used to think that was stupid. Like people were gonna hurt my feelings. So what? They would gingerly tap dance around what you do for a living. I'm proud of what I do for a living. Anybody, listen, if you're out getting a paycheck, you should be proud of it. There is no such thing as a bad job. You're out there working, grinding, trying to get ahead. Good for you. Again, garbage man seemed like the perfectly appropriate term to me. I'm a garbage dude. Well, Steve says, you knew me before I hit puberty and I knew you before your balls dropped. They dropped so long ago, Steve. But for those of you who don't know, I haven't mentioned this one, Assassin Exization, that's Steve. Steve's from England. And he is the most tenured member of the YouTube channel here that we have that's a regular member, you know, still is involved. We started this in May 2011. That's right. It'll be 10 years. Our 10-year anniversary in a few months. In May 2011. And Steve was with us by the end of summer. I think it was July or so he was with us. And Dr. Who's been with us a really long time too. I didn't see her in here. Dr. Who. Actually, casinos are illegal here, so another knife in the back. Oh man, you don't. Oh, I like that. That really sucks, Doctor Who. Cause, wow, I just enjoy that. That's relaxation for me. I mean, I'm fortunate that, you know, I'm able to go gambling and keep it under control. I know some people can't. You know, when I go to gamble, I will take money. If I go to the casino, whatever money I brought with me to gamble, I consider as lost. you have to consider it gone. If you go to the casino thinking you're going to win the rent, you're in a lot of fucking trouble. So, but that's something I enjoy. I haven't gone much lately because I'm trying to put money aside for, my wife and I would like to retire. Well, we are retired. She is retired. I do this, but we're thinking of, I told you guys, if not down to maintain the Disney Channel, we definitely want to move out of this area probably within a couple of years. So I've been trying to put money towards that. Jack Zuku says you need to dress as Kratos this Halloween. Dye your beard black and rock that shit. You will be the god of spaz wielding the blades of cholesterol. Ooh, the blades of cholesterol. I like the sound of that. It has been 10 years, Licks. In May. It's amazing to me even. I remember Spaz Kid and I sitting there talking about how it would be funny to start a YouTube channel featuring a Call of Duty gamer like me who completely sucks ass at the game. And I remember that like it was last week, and it was already 10 years ago. Willie says, don't you love banks? I don't, but my G100 will go through. They were like, but that is more than you usually spend. Or pledge. Oh, okay, pledge. More than you usually pledge. Oh, well, like, right now, I don't know if it's because of Corona or what it is. Banks are really weird, and credit card companies, I mean, I understand they're trying to protect us, but I see it from all kinds of people, myself included, have seen the same things. They're so overprotective. Of course, doing this, over at the channel, I have my Google earnings, or here at YouTube, I have my Google earnings, as well as my Patreon earnings sent right to my PayPal account. So I keep a PayPal debit card. And that's where I keep most of my money that I'm going to be spending within a given month. Never fails whenever we go to Disney, no matter how many times I call in advance, file electronic paperwork in advance to tell PayPal that I'm going to be out of my state. We'll be down there having a good time. A few days in, I'll go to use my card and it gets declined. Call them up. Not sure why it got declined. I see you're in Florida now. Yeah, I let you guys know I was going to be. Oh, it's just to protect you. I say, yeah, did a lot of good protecting me when I told you I was going to be fucking down there. And you make me look stupid, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, it's declined. That's why I always make sure I have cash on me, too. I just wanted to vent and bitch about something. We found out video game machines legal in Illinois for the last couple months. Oh, do you, Jonathan? Yeah, like I say, I really enjoy it. I find it relaxing. And the games you can play in the casinos now are really entertaining. You know, they have a lot of great titles and stuff. But that's what we're thinking about. We want, hey, actually, I got this good 69 of you in here. Woo! Okay, I had to think about that for a second. I want to, you guys know I've been wanting to do the Disney live stream thing. And I've been thinking about maybe going down the last week of this month. And then I've been trying to juggle everything how I would have, I'd bring a laptop to do the videos for the channel and for the Goosh every day. I don't know. I mean, I would love to do that, but I can't afford to take a ton of time out of my day doing other things if the streams really don't generate any revenue to speak of. But then I got thinking, if it's a Disney stream, you would think that Susan's ads would be much more friendly than what she gives us here, where she knows I'm just being a douchebag. I mean, I would still be a douchebag in Disney, but I wouldn't be as overt about it. So I don't know, because if we didn't move down there to do Disney streams and do a Disney channel along with what we do here, we'll probably move to North Carolina. And the thing about North Carolina is you can get much nicer places for less money. Substantially nicer places for less money. So I'll be talking with you guys about that over the next couple of years. We're hoping to go later in 2022. And the biggest thing is we're still trying to figure out, and it's the number one issue that we obviously need to resolve, is how we would do this with my stepdaughter. What arrangements we would make for her prior. Jack Zuku says, I've watched this channel a long time and I consider it a large part of my childhood. Well, that's cool. We'll explain why I'm such a dumbass. Yeah, but at least I get disabled pass at Disney. Explain why I'm such a dumbass. It might. I mean, I have never denied the dumbass tag myself, my friend, so it's entirely possible. Careful, don't rely on the generosity of Susan, but the test isn't a bad idea. That's what I'm hoping for, Chrome. I get overly concerned. I worry about my wife being here. It's not like she's helpless. But now, like today, we got this monster storm. I was out there for over an hour clearing everything out. And I just get afraid I'm going to go shoot down there for a few days to do some test streams and stuff. And sure as shit, we'll get a monster storm. Then I'll be freaked out. But, you know, my son-in-law is up here. We have friends in the area. I've got a snowblower. Snowblower is always funny because it sounds like a snowman getting a blowjob. I got the snowblower right out there, so if anybody were to come over and help her, there's plenty of equipment. But I don't know. Hey, good to see you again, my friend. I never say your name right the first time. Chimera Yuri. Chimera Yuri says, "Hey Curtis, hope you're enjoying my sponsor series on the Goose. Which girl do you ship for Makoto? Is he worse than Kabuto? Any hope for him? Oh no. Well, I don't know." Makoto, he's there. He's with Kabuto. Let's put it that way. I don't want to say he's worse. Any hope for him changing? I would think so. I'm interested to see where his character goes, but yeah, I would think so. I don't see why not. And as far as ship, I don't know. I hadn't thought about it. Why? Who do you? Well, no, you know, duh. I keep forgetting you guys have already seen it. I was about to ask Shimmer, well, what do you think might happen? He hasn't already seen the series. Duh. Oh yeah, and good point. Who said that? And Das Brot said, and no train. Chrome says, what about Alabama? No. Yeah, Joe says as long as Susan doesn't have a personal vendetta by now. You're right, it might be personal. It doesn't matter where I stream from. Well, I got thinking, and of course the one concern I had was immediately assuaged when I thought it through was I would never give up these streams. I mean, these sit around chat streams give me life. But then I got thinking about it, and the Disney streams would be the same thing. Because if I'm going to be in Disney for hours, I mean, we're not going to be walking, doing rides and all that stuff the whole time. I'll find places to sit and do exactly what we're doing right here. It's just that we'd be doing it with palm trees and Mickey Mouse flitting about instead of with the crew back here, the pops watching us and everything. So that I don't worry about. I mean, I would assume all you guys wouldn't have a problem with the streams being from Florida. So all we'd have to deal with, but we've got a great crew of mods, so I never worry about that. All we got to deal with is we'd have the people that are there for the Disney stuff as well. Because the streams I do if I go down the first time would be on this channel, and I'd have the mods keep telling people, like they do for the gaming channel, to go to our Theme Park Grandpa channel. That's where they'd be in the future. But to really get an idea of what the streams are going to do, I'd need to start it on here where we actually have an audience. Raziel says, I donate more by Flat Broke. Oh, no worries, my friend. I appreciate it. I'm not a fan of Naruto. I prefer story, not 90% filler. Just kidding. Well, I got lucky, Raziel, because as you guys know, you watched along with me. The gang suggested early on that I skip the filler, so we skipped almost all the filler in Naruto. And since the few episodes of the filler that I've seen, now don't get me wrong, I enjoy those characters. I love the Naruto characters. But yeah, I'm glad we skipped the filler. There was, in anything I've seen anyway, there was nothing important enough to me that it's like, oh, wow. Wish I should have taken time to see that. You know, it was just, so I think we did the right thing. Jake says, my favorite is when stay-at-home moms condescend someone for a low-paying job. Like, bitch, you don't even work. Nothing wrong with not working, but don't condescend someone who does. Right. And I've always said that, Jake. That's always been my thing. And that's when we talk about societal structure and how, you know, government should help take care of people. That's why I've always said, as long as somebody's working, I'll pay taxes all goddamn day long. I don't think the right idea is to raise the minimum wage to an amount that just cheapens the dollar, because you'll never get ahead doing that because the cost of everything will go up. What I'd like to see is more government intervention. I don't think they distribute well. The government basically, if you have nothing, they'll help you. If you're out there trying to get ahead and working at an entry level job because you haven't accumulated enough job skills yet and life skills to get a better job, it's like, okay, now you make too much, now we don't want to help you, which makes no sense to me. And again, I'll pay taxes all day long to help people that are out there trying. I don't give a shit what you do. If you're working, you're trying, you're grinding, whatever it is, whether you're working flipping burgers or there is no job to me that is demeaning. There is no job to me that's below someone, myself included. Listen, if something happened and I needed more money for my family, I wouldn't have a problem going and flipping burgers myself. You do what you got to do. Wolverine says, imagine Sweet Home Alabama's heavy metal. Wow. Sweet Home Alabama, where the skies are so blue. Yeah, that'd take some doing, Wolverine. Get that to heavy metal. Kyle says, just read the title. Don't tell me what to do, and you're not my real dad. Well, Chappie Curtis. Kyle's the indignant one now. Kyle, are we going to have to give you a timeout? No, we don't give timeouts here. We give spankings. You family-friendly Curtis. I tried to be more vulgar, but Susan says no. No, I wouldn't say family-friendly Curtis. I wouldn't go that far, Willie. I mean, obviously, if we're doing a stream within the Disney parks and or at the Disney Channel, it's not going to be as over the top as the streams we do here. But I would never give up on these streams. Lick said meat. I didn't see it, Jack. That would have made me laugh. Oh, there it is. Lick did indeed said meat. Chrome says, what, you don't want to see the multi-episode saga, the Ninja Ostrich beating Naruto like a brass drum? Yeah, I mean, you guys, I've said it all along and I stand by it. You guys have, as far as I'm concerned, never steered me wrong on anime. Again, even the anime I've seen that are at the bottom of my list are still things I enjoyed. So you've never directed me to one that I didn't like. And again, having seen snippets of some Naruto filler, it's like, yeah, that was a good move, skipping that. Extreme Gamer says, give me a while, I'll have a porno grind version of Sweet Home Alabama. Nice. Larry says, here we go. Larry says, military don't deserve free health care. There is no such thing as free health care. It's taxpayer-funded health care, and they absolutely deserve it. The fact that you say free invalidates your point completely because you don't know what you're talking about. Lord Coldcut says, in my secret savings account, I have saved up somewhere between $69 and $420. I just made me laugh. Those were just such seemingly random numbers. Enough for my body weight in hot Cheetos or enough sex stocks to start a small army. I like the way your mind works, Cold Cuts. Yeah. If you start the small sex doll army, you need to inform all of us, though, because we might all be getting those patches on our sleeves. Dragon says, which would you rather see at Mania, Edge versus Drew or Edge versus Roman? Personally, I think Roman would make for a better dynamic. Yeah, I like Drew McIntyre, but I think I'm with you on that one, Dragon. Yeah. I don't think either match would be bad. I'll watch either one of them. But if I got the choice, yeah, I would take Edge versus Roman. I like that matchup. Yeah, I'm with you. It's not free. I'll pay for it by working and being ready for war. I have no idea where people get free from. That's why, Johnny, whenever that conversation is engaged and somebody says anything about free healthcare or free this, free that, free college, I immediately kind of tend to dismiss their thoughts because nothing is free. And if you think it is, your whole philosophy on all of it is crap because it's based on a fallacy. Chrome says, Naruto filler was really bad. I'm pretty sure it's the reason the original series went off the air in the UK for a few years before Shippuden. I didn't know that. that year and a half filler before it ended. I didn't know that, Chrome. They took it right off the air. Yeah. I mean, I could see that. It's, you kind of understand why the filler exists, but I think it would have been better to just take a hiatus and say, hey, we'll be back with a new season when the when the manga catches up. Excuse me. Jack says, why should I pay because some idiot wants to pick up a gun and shoot brown people, Russians, and I can't finish this joke. Wow, a limit. You guys are good. Willie says, you should have photoshopped the gun onto the thumbnail so the title became a threat. You got, wait a second, what? Now you got me. Hold on. Willie's going to make me go back and look because I forgot I forgot which thumbnail I used. Oh. Get in here now.
Yeah.
Some fun. And yeah, with that. Who would have been holding the gun though? Me or Spaz Kidbuto? All right, hold on. Let me get my shit back here. Wolverine says, last post, please check it. All right, hold on. Let me find Wolverine's post, guys. Just had to deal with an issue. I bought a gift for a friend for their birthday. I set the delivery for her birth date, but an email said it's out to be delivered tomorrow. Oh, shit. Well, the only thing I can say there is Wolverine probably better a little early than late. Late sucks. I would just contact her and I would say, hey, I had wanted to get you a little something for your birthday, and it was supposed to be there on your birthday, but I just want to let you know it's getting there tomorrow. That's what I would do. Let's see. What happened to my grandson? Nothing that I know of. Oh, you used to watch back in 2017? That was my son. That was Spaz Kid. I was like, what happened to my grandson? He was just here yesterday. He's in college. When I go to the casino, I go with the money I plan on losing and don't spend a single penny of my winnings. That's the best thing, Jake. I'll admit to doing that too often is giving back my winnings. But yeah, I go with what I can afford to lose. And again, whatever I set aside at the casino, I consider it lost before I go in there.
Yeah.
So if I break even, I consider myself lucky. Jack Queen says, last post, please. Movie was conceived anally. Hashtag true story. You guys are brutal. Steve says, all jokes aside, serious question now. I've matched with a girl on Tinder, spoken a bit, added her on Insta, and then we kind of stopped. Do I initiate the conversation or wait for her or forget it? I don't know, Steve. Kind of, I don't think there's any advice that will cover all the bases there because it's hard to say because you haven't gotten to know enough about her as an individual. If it were me, I'd contact her. But you guys know me, I'm up front, and rejection means absolutely nothing to me. When I was dating, my philosophy, I didn't get, a chick could be so hot, she was 20 leagues out of my own league, and I would still go give it a shot because what's she gonna say? Get lost, you fucking ugly prick? Okay, I'll get lost then. I don't have a problem with that. So for me, and with what you've encountered so far, with what you've exchanged so far, if she seemed interesting and fun, damn right I'd contact her. I would just contact her and say, hey, we had chatted a little bit here and there. Seemed like we had kind of a little thing going. Are you interested in still pursuing this? Or but that's me. I would have to know. I would need to I would need to check it out. Johnny says, I love going to the casino, but my accountant mom gives me shit for it. That's right. Yeah, my wife doesn't give me crap for it or anything, just for those reasons. She knows if I go to the casino, it's because I've been able to put aside some money. And again, when I walk in there, whatever's in my pocket to gamble with, I consider as lost. But yeah, I haven't been going much. We'll go on Spazka's birthday because I promised him. But with wanting, again, in a couple of years, it's under 2 years now, to relocate, then yeah, I gotta start being careful with the money. Because I think we may even, if we end up in North Carolina, I'm thinking we might get like a condo or an apartment. It's hard after you've owned your home for basically my whole adult life, but I really don't want, I'm tired of doing house maintenance. I don't want to do any more maintenance. I don't want to be responsible for the boiler. I don't want to worry about mowing the lawn. The only downside to that is I worry with doing this, with making videos and stuff, about noise. So the thing I would have to check with them is if there would be a problem with whatever room I set up in. Would there be a problem with me having to put up those, those like noise canceling, or how you call them, things that you put on the wall there. But other than that, I think that's what we'll do. Morgan says, I wish I had that kind of confidence. I just sent a major proposal for work to upper management and I've been sweating bullets. Oh, that's, you know what it is, Morgan? It's just, and sometimes I have a lot of people say that to me, but sometimes it'll get you in trouble too. I've never had any trouble with public speaking. Obviously, I did stand up for years and stuff. I don't embarrass. I think a lot of it comes from, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful manner at all, but the simple fact is I don't give a shit if people don't like me, and I don't give a shit if someone rejects me. It doesn't affect me a lot. I mean, again, we're talking with dating and stuff. If I went up to a woman and tried to chat her up, she's like, "Ooh, get away from me," I'd be like, "Okay, I'll get away from you." I don't hold anything against her, and it ain't gonna ruin my day. I really, it is what it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm emotionally bankrupt or something. I don't know. But that stuff just never bothered me. Or like you say, public speaking, and if the type of thing you're talking about, I guess it could be confidence. It's a little bit of confidence, but it's a lot of, I don't give a fuck. Now, in the job place, it's different. Then you'd have to rely on confidence, because I would give a fuck. I wouldn't want to lose my job. But I don't get nervous about stuff like that. I think that's just because I'm so comfortable with speaking in public and things of that nature. North Carolina sucks because I used to live there. Treasure Rat says, used to live there and I always got beaten up for no reason. Oh, unfortunately, Treasure Rat, that's not state by state. That's, trust me, as somebody who's lived in a lot of places and been beaten up in a lot of places, you can get beaten up for no reason anywhere. That's kind of like a bummer, but it's just the facts. AUK says, Curtis, been watching you since I was 12. Wow. My dad passed before I was born. Oh, that's sad. So in a way, you're my father figure, making me laugh when I was sad and teaching me shitty life lessons. But I mean, well, thank you. That's very kind of you to say. I appreciate that. I'm sorry to hear about your dad, though. That sucks to have to grow up without your father. That really sucks. But thank you. That was a nice thing to say. Steve's discussing, excuse me, the girl he met on Tinder. Girls are confusing. Goddamn right there. She liked my profile first. We started talking. She liked my post, but hard to read if she's interested. Again, that's just me, Steve. But again, I would ask. To me, even if a person is someone who, if you do end up rejected, that it's going to make you feel bad. I think it's preferable to have that initial feeling of feeling bad and have to get over it, than to never knowing what might have worked out. That's the way I look at it anyway. Chrome says lack of impulse control and shame isn't necessarily a bad thing. Well, if it's in moderation. Yeah, I agree with you, Chrome. Impulse control I don't have too much trouble with, to a degree. I'm like anybody else. You can tweak me to where impulse control goes out the window. But it's just, like I say, again, in dating circles or social circles, if somebody doesn't like me, I don't give a fuck. Don't like me. Ooh. Now that's entirely different too. Now, if one of you guys that's been with me forever and we've created, because the one thing I've learned from having this channel is the friendships you can create online are just as real and as genuine, and even more so many times than the ones you can create in real life. Now, if it was one of you guys came to me with an issue, that would be different because I consider you a friend. But I mean, as far as random people, or, somebody I was just trying to, that I didn't know and was just trying to get attracted to me, if they reject me, so fucking what? Again, I wouldn't even hold it against a woman. She probably made a good call by rejecting me. I'm not going to hold it against her. I would hold it against her if she had said yes, though. Get it? Hold it. Jack says, who cares if she's interested? Get her drunk and bang the night away, or ask her if a rag smells funny. You need one of the girls that's not a deep thinker and be like, hey, baby, I just found this rag. It kind of smelled funny to me. How about you? No, it smelled... Steve says, very true. Thanks, guys. I'll message her now and say, want to bang? You'd be surprised. Some women that would work on. I don't know if you want to go out on that limb and take that chance. I think there's a more subtle way to do it, but you might find one of those like, God damn, I was waiting for you to ask. Dow Lord says, I'm a random person. Reject me harder, fat man. You guys are fun. Mr. Croissant says, North Carolina is amazing. I remember going to the Blue Ridge Mountains and hiding from a black bear. They say the rules are black fight, black, brown lie down, but me, an intellectual, won't fight a bear. I never heard that before, really? Brown lie down, black fight black. I never heard that. Well, we know that's something I should have mentioned too. That we know we like North Carolina because that's where my sisters lived. That's where my mother used to live before we brought her up here. Before she started into dementia, and we love that area. Yeah, I can tell you guys where it is. If we go down there, it'll be right in the Huntersville, North Carolina area, which is just to the northwest of Charlotte, and we just loved that area. Dragon says, after what happened last year, I was so afraid that WWE were going to put the title on Goldberg. I'm so glad they didn't. Yeah, I was concerned about that the other night too, Dragon. That would have sucked. And I got nothing against Goldberg, but come on. In his prime, he had a great gimmick. He was fun to watch, but his work rate was the drizzling shits. So yeah, and he's definitely, and I think he would admit this himself, definitely past his prime. So you don't want to put a strap on him. Chrome says there's nothing necessarily wrong with being assertive and going after someone. Absolutely, Chrome. I agree with you. It's all part of personality, and some people, it might put them off a little bit, but you don't know till you try. You just got to be honest to who you are. Luckman Shahab says, has this close relationship with your audience something you've always had, or have you only recently developed? No, it's always been. It's interesting you asked that. And the gang that's been here a long time, Steve, will back me up on it. I said from the early days of starting this channel, when it was a gaming channel back then and everything, I said the thing I wanted most was to create a community. And I was never more right about something, because that's my favorite part about having the channel. Clearly my favorite part about the Goosh, our Patreon. And there, over at the Goosh too, not only do we have that cool community feel, but it's centered around the love of anime, and I just really enjoy that stuff. I liken it to the fact that I always enjoyed doing stand-up. But when you're doing stand-up, you're playing to an entirely different crowd every night. So it was fun to make people laugh. And you had some fun interactions after shows and everything. People would be buying... I don't drink, but people would be buying you sodas or whatever, so you'd always go over and thank them and chat with them, and that was fun. But you couldn't make any real connections with people, because again, it was, you were a night-to-night whore. But whereas there, I'm still a whore, but I'm making connections that have lasted years. A lot of us here, a lot of the gang here that I consider my friends, it's been for many years now. Steve, it's been almost 10. So yeah, it's absolutely, without qualification, the best part about the channel and the Goosh, both, is the community aspect of it. Hey, boss. Hey, Gazelle. Dragon says, Carlito is back on Raw full time. I'm actually glad about that. Is he? I didn't know that. Carlito's a good dude. He was away from WWE for a long time. I never wrestled him, but I worked on shows with him. He's a good dude. Oh, yeah. Jake says, did you see the package thief in Canada getting caught on a snowbank as he backed out, and the homeowner tried to help him by letting him know he needs his front wheels on the ground to get away? No, I didn't see that. Well, of course, the stereotype, and it's a complimentary one at that, about Canadian people is they're too polite. I would say that would fall into that category of being a little bit too helpful. Yeah. Exactly. Mark says you're a career one whore. A career whore instead of being a night-to-night one. Exactly. Poppy says, I've been around since I was 14, which is almost 6 years. 6 years? I remember when you first started coming around. Wow. I tell you, when you guys tell me things like that, though, that's when, again, we all know this to be the case about time flying, but that's when it hits. Because I remember when Poppy started first being around the channel, and it just doesn't seem like 6 years already. Jesus. Wow, it's fast. Amanda says, put that on a bumper sticker. I'm a YouTuber, which means I'm a connected internet whore. We'd have to modify it, because I think I've always said, if there's one thing I see from some YouTubers that I don't understand, it's how they can have, especially big YouTubers, they get a great and a large audience like that, and they don't really, it seems like, again, this is just the impression I get from a lot of them. I don't know if you guys agree. It seems like they want the people at their channel, for lack of a better term, to worship them. Like they're up here and they're providing something for the masses rather than just wanting their community and the people at their channel to be one with them. Do you guys ever get that impression? Because and I've seen that from YouTubers, and I just stopped following them. It's like not my thing. And I've never gotten that. To me, the best part about this is the interaction you can have. I have learned so much about different places in the world just by having this channel. It's amazing to me. And now, like Spaz Kid and I'm hoping for his graduation, because it's what he wants, we can do a trip to Japan. It's so cool that I know I can come right here, because the thing I'd be most concerned about is making sure that we don't do anything that would be offensive to anyone, learning the customs there. And it's so cool to not just have to rely on Google and come here and get people that know those customs well, have experienced it, and just things like that. Lick says I was like 4 when I joined. Yeah, that's true. Steve says, excuse me, guys, sorry about that. You even commented on every single post back in the day. Now it would be impossible, yeah. But even when you were getting hundreds, you'd always respond. You're right. And that was never anything I felt like I had to do. It was fun. I enjoyed doing it. But now, it's funny you bring that up, Steve. I remember, because it was for several years I responded to every single post. And I remember when it got to the point where I couldn't keep up anymore, then I did feel bad about it, because like, oh man, now there's some I'm going to miss. But the one of the few things YouTube has done over the years, and I've been trying to get Patreon to do it, and they keep ignoring me, that I do like, is now they've given us the option to that when I like a comment on the YouTube channel, it shows that I liked it, because I don't have the time anymore, between the Patreon and the YouTube channel and the live streams and everything. I just don't have the time to respond to all the comments, but I read them all. Particularly, I shouldn't say all, but when I post a video for that day, I will monitor the comments. Now, when it gets days down the road, I don't keep going back, of course, then I'll miss them. But initially, I read every comment. At the Goose, same thing. I read every one. So it's nice, the ones that really make me laugh or really stand out to me, to be able to just click the button and people know that I saw it. But I can guarantee you, if you're commenting on anything I've posted and it's within hours of it being posted, I read your comment. Unless it was a spoiler or something and the mods got rid of it. Outside of that, I read it. Oh, are you? Cheap Jump Scare says doing the YouTube live stream for my wedding in March. Oh, that'll be cool. That's a neat idea. What a great way to get people, that can't come in for the wedding to be a part of it. That's really cool. Well, especially with COVID still around. And Cheap Jump Scare, don't be afraid to, in the live stream of that video, in the description, don't forget to put a link where they can have the wedding gift sent. Dylan says, nothing should be misinterpreted as offensive as long as you don't film a corpse in a suicide forest for content. That's right, Dylan. And if you're of high enough repute in the community, YouTube will just go, it's all right. It's okay. Come on. It's just a prank, bro. Mr. Croissant says the Undertaker is a true titan of WWE. Couldn't agree more. I hear people saying that Roman is better than him. Oh, no, 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 no. Like, I enjoy Roman Reigns, but, like, come on, nobody of this era has a resume to even compare to his. Yeah, and I agree with you again. I like Roman. I liked Roman when it was, for whatever reason, became fashionable to dislike him. I think he's a good dude. I think he's a hard worker, but he's not Mark Calloway. He's not as good on the mic as Undertaker, Mark Calloway was. He's a good in-ring worker. He's not to the level of Undertaker. Sorry. He just, there's a significant difference in work rate there. Luckman says, have you ever felt you've looked down on people, or do you feel you've always retained an appropriate sense of humility in life? For instance, getting irritated by someone for trying to fit in or be funny? No, I don't really feel like I've ever looked down on anyone. Do I get frustrated with people and things that might just seem ridiculous to me? Sure. But I'm trying to word this carefully because, like I say, I won't lie to you guys. But I don't think I've ever looked down on anyone. Are there people that say and do things that make me dislike them? Absolutely. And I'll be more than willing to tell them to their face that I dislike them. But I don't think that means you're looking down on them. It just means you find them to be distasteful. No, I don't see any reason to believe myself to be above someone else. I just don't get it. And if I did, I'd be happy to tell you guys that. Can I be a condescending prick? Yes. Like in arguments or something? Absolutely. But that's by design. And I still don't consider that looking down on someone. I just consider that taking what I believe is the appropriate action against someone who has pissed me off. So, but no, I don't think I ever have. That's why I've always said, as far as like online personas and everything, I don't have burner accounts. And again, I'm not belittling anyone who does. Everybody's got to do their own thing. I don't have burner accounts. Every account I have everywhere has my face, my real name, or the Curtis Candy name attached to it. Only because if I'll say it to you online, I would say it to your face. There's no two ways to that street. You know, and I've said mean-spirited things. I've had intense go-rounds with people on social media, but I do it with my own face and name because if they're standing across from me, I'm going to tell you the exact same thing. Even if I told somebody online, you know what, I just think you're a useless fucking douchebag, I will tell you you're a useless fucking douchebag if you're sitting there with me, too. So it doesn't... That's the only reason I've never needed a burner account or anything. Dragon says, did you listen to Joe Rogan's podcast with Taker? No, I haven't heard that. Wrestlers got offended when he said that the current products have gone soft. I can't argue with him. Yeah, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. The current product has softened. And unfortunately, I'm seeing a bit of a softening of the business in general, and that's unfortunate. I mean, wrestling circles and the society that makes up professional wrestlers has always been a bit Cro-Magnon-ish, I guess, but it works. And it works for a lot of reasons because of the respect the business requires, respect for one another, so that you both get to walk away from your match. You get to literally walk away and not be wheeled away. And that's why the respect thing was such a big deal. So the fact that in a wrestling locker room, like what happened early on in his career with The Miz, if you're stupid enough to be eating chicken over someone's bag and dropping crumbs on it, a lot of people are appalled by the fact that he got banned from the locker room for 6 months. In my day, he'd got the shit kicked out of him. And just because that's disrespectful. And people say that's to the normal person that would seem like an overreaction. In the wrestling world, I think that's a perfectly appropriate reaction. Respect is of the utmost importance. And if you're dumb, you don't need to be told that. If you're stupid enough to be getting crumbs all over somebody else's shit, so you got backhanded, you got slapped around a little bit. Happens. Chrome says, honestly, only people I look down upon is people like Jake Paul who monetize someone's suicide and make a joke out of it. Yeah, I guess I don't know, Chrome, would we be looking down on them or just disliking them? You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm sure not where that divining line is. Yeah, the Paul brothers, I don't have any respect for either one of them. I don't know. Does that mean I look down on them, or I just don't like them? I don't know. I'm not sure. I have. Jake says, have you seen the Undertaker Hot Wings interview? That was awesome. My wife loves those Hot Wings interviews. Yeah, that was good. Jack says, mostly I look down on people who don't care about right and wrong and only in keeping the peace and making themselves feel better. That's a pet hate. You know what? And as you're saying that, Jack, I guess that's true, because now, like, yeah, I know it's an extreme case, but pedophiles, I can't say I just hate them. I would look down upon them. Yeah, so I guess I guess to answer your question, yes, there are some people in certain situations where I would look down on them. Anybody that would victimize a child, I look down upon. I think you're garbage. I would just as soon kick you in the teeth as look at you if you would victimize a kid. So yeah, I guess I'm wrong. I guess I do. Johnny says, I wish I could have seen Steamboat perform in person. He's truly an all-time great and super underappreciated. Me too, brother. Yes, I agree with you. I never got to meet Ricky Steamboat. Never got to see him work live. I would have loved to. Yeah, talk about somebody that could work the shit out of a match. Wow. He looks down on me when he doms me, Willie says. Yikes. Rosa says, I just got a notification. I'm surprised I got any at all. Yeah, that's called Susan timing, Rosa. 51 minutes in, close enough. Morgan says, gotta hop into a meeting with Talk Soon. Gooshly. All right, Morgan, thanks for being in with us while you could. Kick ass in that meeting. Even if it's not a meeting where an ass kicking is necessary, do it anyway. Kick somebody's ass.
Oh, yeah.
Dowlord says you can look down on women, but only until she's on top. Then you look up. Good point. And I like looking up. And the boobies are right there. Oh, yeah. I don't want to think about that too much. Mr. Croissant says, I feel like there's a fine line between looking down on people and not respecting them. Yeah, I agree with you. That's why I'm not sure which side of that line I'm on. For example, a pedophile, someone I will always look down on, but I don't respect Jake or Logan Paul. Yeah, I think you're right, Mr. Croissant. As we're talking about that, that's becoming apparent to me. It's another reason I like the conversations in here. It opens up new ways of looking at things I hadn't even thought about. You're right. It's a very fine line. That's why I'm not sure where I sit on it. Yeah, because like you say, a pedophile, something like that, I have absolutely no use for them at all. They're garbage to me. So yes, that couldn't be construed as any way but looking down upon. And like you say, the Paul brothers, I just think are a couple of douchebags. I don't know that necessarily means I look down on them. I just think they're assholes. Just don't like them. Dragon says, is it bad that I look down upon Vince Russo? Well, Vince might be the exception, Dragon. It's kind of hard not to. Good point. Mike Trenoff, knife wound salesman, says that Jim Fails video you put up earlier has made me extremely paranoid that I'm using the gym equipment wrong. Fortunately, since I wear only pink underwear, people will think I'm doing it on purpose. It was amazing. Like, I mean, what are some people thinking? I mean, there were a few in there that were obviously just doing it for the laughs. But like the people that were humping the equipment and the guy who was sitting on the exercise ball and just using his momentum to fling him back and forth with the lat bar, and put it this way, if you're utilizing weights or weight styled equipment where the object is to defy gravity by pulling a certain amount of weight, if you're using momentum, you're doing it wrong. Because the object of weightlifting is to break down the muscles, and you do that by isolating them with very controlled movements. If you're just using a lot of momentum, no matter what you're doing, you're not doing shit. Going Nowhere says, hey Curtis, since you're a wrestler, I figure you might like the film Ready to Rumble with David Arquette. Have you seen that movie? Oh, years ago, Going Nowhere. It was pretty bad, though. It was. I don't think I got through the whole thing. I do remember that. Yeah, because remember, was when that came out, when David Arquette was getting all involved with WCW when Turner still owned it. Chrome says, by the way, did you see Hell of a Boss's new episode is out? I did. I can't wait to watch it. I'm happy to see how successful independent creators are getting now. Yeah, and especially anything that involves our Brandon. Brandon Rogers is just a good dude. Just a great dude. I wish him nothing but all the all the success that life can give somebody. Look, man, it says opinions on PewDiePie. I like Pewds. I feel like he's probably one of the most mature people on the platform. He handles controversies well, has spoken on issues maturely. What are your thoughts? Pretty much right where you are, Luckman. I've always liked Pewds. When he was gaming, I didn't follow his gaming videos, but as a person, I thought he was a good dude, and he's done nothing whatsoever to diminish any of that for me. I think he's a good dude for a lot of the reasons you said, and that is, I think, as arguably the most high-profile individual YouTuber out there, I think he does a good job handling that mantle on behalf of the rest of us YouTubers, since he has so much pull. So yeah, no, I got nothing but respect for PewDiePie. Video for Life says, hey Curtis, if your side's hurt at a smokehouse, it means you have tenderized ribs. Oh, agreed. Cheap jump scare, but Spooky says, I think the wrestler is the best portrayal of an indie wrestler. Couldn't agree more. I watched that film waiting to be annoyed by it. It's like, oh man, it's going to be just another series of digs at the business. But there were so many things in there that were so, I mean, it was just like being back in the locker rooms again. You know, listen to the guys going back and forth about who's using what move and who's using which finisher, and it was all so relatable and recognizable. That was really well done. Really well done. Chrome says, I'm pretty sure one of the singers in the new Hell of a Bosses episode was the singer for River City Girls. Her songs are beautiful. Really? I'm anxious. I'm real anxious for it. Dylan says Brandon Rogers needs to get his own show on Adult Swim. Couldn't agree more. His comedy skills are so much better than anything else on cable television. He's just a funny guy. And the characters he creates and the way he portrays them, it's just pure excellence, pure brilliance. Yeah. He's an exceptionally talented human being. I think Mark and Jacksepticeye are better, but I respect all three. Yeah, Connor, I like Mark and Jacksepticeye too. Yeah, I always like for this, and basically, like you say, I put them all in the same category because I like them for the same reasons. They seem like good dudes who are the kind of people you want. If you are a YouTuber, you can ask for better people to be at the top representing us as YouTubers, as unofficial as it may be. No, I completely agree. Chrome says, honestly, PewDiePie is probably the best top creator YouTube could have, yet YouTube won't accept him and actively try and remove and ignore him for their special little club. It's silly. And Chrome, I think, I honestly believe it's because PewDiePie, they know that PewDiePie will not bend to the whims of the over socially conscious in the PC group. That's why he'll never be entirely accepted by them. There's no doubt in my mind that that's a huge part of it, because there is no bigger social justice warrior corporation in the world than Alphabet, than Google, YouTube. Lude says, out of all the people who could hold the #1 spot in YouTube and have that kind of pull, he is the best in my opinion. Dude's mature. He has basically no ego and is very accepting towards others. Yep. You guys, I'm glad to see that you guys seem to all agree with me on that. Yeah. I have nothing but respect for PewDiePie. He's done, again, he's handled everything remarkably well. Rosa says, Mark is the funniest. Jack is the most wholesome. Pewds is hands down the most mature. Oh, Mark is funny. Mark's a funny dude. I remember when I first started watching him, I wasn't sure about Markiplier. I was like, I mean, not that I disliked him. I was just like, I don't know. But the more you watch him, the more he grows on you. Yeah, I used to watch him a lot. And, yeah, I just enjoy him. He's just, as you said, just a legitimately funny person. Lick says, I haven't watched PewDiePie since his Let's Player days, but he seems like a chill dude. Most people doing this for as long as he has seem to have lost their souls, but he's still cool. Well put, Licks. Yeah. Yep, I agree. I enjoy his content more now than I even did when he was gaming. Well, I know he still games. He's playing a lot of Minecraft now, isn't he? Which I want to get back to, too. I miss Minecraft when I don't play it. I really got hooked into those damn hardcore sessions. I never thought it, hardcore sessions. Those hardcore rounds are a blast. I like that. I like that feeling of dread, of immediacy, that it's like, if you fuck up, it's over. That's it. You're not getting your shit back. Nothing. You're dead. And because people kept saying to me when I was
Oh,
playing those and I would die, they're saying, well,
yeah.
take it off hardcore mode. But you don't understand. To me, that's the danger of it. That's why when I was digging down and I would hear something creeping around, I would get scared because it really means something. If you're playing and it's not in hardcore mode, it's like, oh, okay, well, I lost my ship, but the stuff I was carrying, but I still got my house. I still got this. I still got the same world. I can go get everything back. Okay, there's some loss there. But when you're playing in hardcore mode, it's like, yeah, you're fucking dead. This is like real life death. Nothing else existed. So yeah, I really want to get back to that. It'll be at the gaming channel, but I do want to get back to that. Dragon says, one issue I have with current wrestling is that the suicide dive is way too overused. A lot of people don't, and I'm getting on that bandwagon too. I wasn't for a while, Dragon, but it's like, to me, it was cool when they first started doing it. It was something different to look at. But when you look at the impact of the move and everything, it's not a move that looks like it kills somebody, and it's just kind of cool. It's like, oh, look at this guy fly through the ropes. All right, we got it. But to keep using it as this move that puts that much damage on an opponent, yeah, it doesn't. It looks cool. It doesn't look deadly. Steve says, I followed you on TikTok. Can we have more videos from you, please? Do I have a TikTok, Steve? Isn't that fucking terrible? Most social media I had set up at one point, and then I realized I won't ever have time to get to it. I'm just trying to see if do I have the TikTok app on my phone somewhere? Do you guys do this too whenever you're looking for a specific app that you haven't used in a long time or may not be there on your phone? You can never find it anyway. I don't. If I had a TikTok, I'd make a video of us doing the stream together right now. I don't see it on here. I don't think I even have the app on my phone, Steve. if I do actually have one, if you're not just kidding. Lude says it's also extremely important to disassociate a YouTuber with their content, like with Pewds. People dislike his content completely, but most seem to agree on his personality being genuine and chill. Right, Lude. I agree too, because again, I wasn't a big fan of his gaming videos. They were okay. I would probably like the gaming videos he does more now because I'm such a Minecraft nerd. But yeah, I just don't see how you deny that he's just a really good dude. Chrome says a lot of the old guard of YouTube either dropped off or have controversy. Pedos, yep. Like ProJared and Channel Awesome. Only a few haven't made an ass of themselves. PewDiePie and James Rolfe. Yeah, that's I think what happened too, Chrome, with a lot of YouTubers. Just too much success for people that had no idea whatsoever how to deal with it. You just didn't have enough life experience. Maybe that's why I've always wanted this to be more community than anything else. I started, I was an old fart when I started doing this, and it's like I don't want to build a fan base. I want to build a base of people who enjoy the same stuff that I do. When you say fan base, it's like somehow to me that suggests that like I'm here and everybody else is here, and I don't like that. So I don't know. Maybe that's why. Curtis Candy's my TikTok, is it? I didn't. Steve, that's terrible. I don't even remember opening that. I really don't. I must have taken the app off my phone. Let me hold on. Let me download TikTok and I'll look up my own account because I think I'll know what password I use. It's so nice having a better connection now that I can actually download an app while we stream. TikTok. No, wait, and now it said update, so I do have it on here somewhere. I missed it. Jesus Christ. Dragon says, also, I hate the Canadian Destroyer. It's one of the most ridiculous, convoluted moves I've ever seen. Yeah, there's some moves, Dragon, that, again, they don't even look devastating or anything, like the suicide dive, too. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't get them. And to keep going back to them over and over, too. Where the fuck is it? It said it just updated it, and I can't find it. I put it in my porn folder here or something? No, why would I put it in there? Oh. I can't. Jesus Christ, you guys. Alright, I'm reading them one by one until I see this stupid ass thing. I don't even remember what the icon picture looks like, obviously. Are you fucking with me, iPhone? Because I don't see TikTok on here anywhere. iTunes Store. I got Insta. I never use Insta either, but I see I've got Insta on here. Maybe I. No, couldn't be. There's XSplit. Jesus Christ, straight in front of me. I looked by it at least 7 times. I'm Curtis Candy on there, you said? Steve, let me. Wait, why does it want. Oh, okay. Let me. Username. All right. Let's see if I can figure it out. So I can figure out what the password would be. Drag the slider to fit the puzzle piece as a verification. Okay, we can do that. Oh, I did do it. Okay. To help everyone feel safe expressing themselves on TikTok, we're updating our community guidelines. Yeah, okay. I feel safe. Try logging in again. Why was I logged out? Oh, holy shit. And guys, not only do I have a TikTok, I had to have been on here fairly recently because the icon picture is that favorite picture I have from Disney where I'm posed with the evil queen. I haven't had that, but I've only had that picture for a couple of years. Jesus Christ. Most of the good stuff just got reposted to YouTube. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Chrome. I didn't even realize I got one video on here. Hold on, let me see what it is. Oh, okay. I don't even remember making this. As I make the the one video that's on there, who the fuck knows what I was doing? I got a knot on the right side of my head, right here. I wonder what the hell I did that day. There's no telling. Oh, that might... No. I got in a fight with something and apparently took damage. Yeah, obviously I never did either. I didn't even know I had that TikTok. All right, I've only got 5 followers on there. Let's see. I don't have any idea of how to make a video. Okay, create a video. So what do I do if I want to put you guys on it too? Just do this. We're on YouTube talking about TikTok. So fucking what? All right. Now do I post that? Check mark. There. Now if you guys go to my TikTok, you can see yourselves on the stream with me. I made another TikTok vid. Cold Cut says, Curtis, are you drunk and forgetful or just horny? I don't drink, but forgetful, yes, and horny always. Because when you are horny, you tend to be thinking with the only head that counts. True. Mr. Croissant says, true story, I actually caught a package thief after your game stream. Some lady jumped my neighbor's fence and tried to take her Amazon package. Always watch your packages. People can be terrible. Yeah, that's just the absolute worst. That's stuff like that. I would love to see the penalties for shit like that increase dramatically. You know, like capital punishment. Extreme Gamer says, well, I had a great time, guys. We have to go do some homework. I had a fun time, and I'll be sure to come back next stream. Thank you for the great community, Curtis. Well, thanks for being in while you could, Extreme Gamer. I appreciate that. Jake says, how do you torture a masochist? Leave them alone. You're right. Jack says we should all make a pact that if one of us dies, we delete their porn folder for them. Yeah. And any one of us goes out, and then this group of really wildly different people from all over the world show up at their door going, can I just go through his electronics real quick? Rosa says, my knowledge of wrestling. 2 dudes have a role play fight or something. You pretty much got it, yeah. Chrome says, like, I swear to God, it's scary how many big YouTubers turn out to be pedos. I know. Yes. Especially in things like Minecraft gaming and anything kids would like. Pro Jared Gerario caught me off guard. Yeah, that was vile, as a matter of fact. Lex says, Curtis, you're a celebrity now. Yeah, I made a TikTok, Lex. Well, you guys are all celebrities too, because the stream was on there in the background of that TikTok video. Toss the computer in the bathtub. Yep. and we know the true friends will actually do it. All right, guys. Well, I got to hang it up for today. Thank you for this stream. I appreciate it. Again, I'm going to start trying to title these sit around chat streams better. Hopefully people will understand that what we do here is just hang out and have fun. When I put the more random titles up there, I mean, maybe it's better people don't know what goes on in here. I don't know. But I love this feeling of a community. And especially with considering even doing these Disney streams and stuff, I want to make sure that I keep all of you guys there with me. But I would imagine you guys will enjoy streams from the parks and stuff. Because again, it won't stop us from doing all of this right here. But guys, thanks for this stream. And it's Tuesday and it's snowy, and all that snow falling earlier made me say a whole bunch of bad words. And I was like, it got me looking like the whole world was covered in Coke. So what I decided I would do is I'm going to infuse the sticky stuff. Fuck you, train. I'm going to infuse the sticky stuff today with a little bit of cocaine. Don't ask me how I infused it. Don't ask me where the cocaine came from. Just trust me on it. This is sticky stuff with cocaine. They're both white. It'll blend in. You'll get a little buzz. Maybe rob a liquor store. Who knows? But it'll be a fun day either way. Pampu pampu. Sticky stuff for you. 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 With just the right amount of cocaine involved. Because we'll bang, okay? Flashy like Buggy. And as always, most importantly, on coke, on meth, on anything, or on nothing. Goosh, 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 goosh. Goosh.